Hello everyone, I am Maya Vikadapan and I am here to discuss about the continuum hypothesis. So what is the continuum hypothesis? Continuum hypothesis is a mathematical concept that explores the idea of different sizes of infinity. George Cantor is a prominent mathematician who discovered that some infinities are larger than others. For example, the set of counting numbers like 1, 2, 3, and so on represents a smaller infinity, while the set of real numbers, including decimals and irrational numbers like 1.5, square root of 2, and pi, represent a bigger infinity. There are more real numbers between 0 and 1 than all counting numbers combined. This concept, known as the continuum hypothesis, has profound implications in set theory and other areas of mathematics, suggesting that there might be set with cardinalities between natural numbers and real numbers. Continuum hypothesis, presenting it as a fundamental question posed by George Cantor. It explores the idea of whether there exists an intermediate size of infinity between the size of counting numbers and the size of real numbers. Counting numbers. These are the natural numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on, denoted by the symbol of Aleph Nal representing their size or cardinality. While the real numbers, this includes all numbers that can be represented on a natural line, including decimals and irrational numbers. Their size is denoted by C, the continuum. Cantor's big question is whether there exists a size of infinity between Aleph Nal and continuum. This question has profound implication for set theory and our understanding of the nature of infinity. The continuum hypothesis proposed that there is no such intermediate infinity, meaning that there is a direct jump of the size of counting numbers to the size of real numbers. This concept is a fundamental question in mathematics and has been a subject of intense debate and research for over a century. It highlights the complexity and richness of the mathematical world, where seemingly simple questions can lead to profound and challenging inquiries. And it compares to a different sizes of infinity to rank on a ladder. The bottom rank represents as the Aleph Nal, the cardinality of the set of counting numbers. The top rank represents as the continuum, the cardinality of the set of real numbers. Is there a middle rank? A continuum hypothesis says no. It asserts that the ladder skips straight from Aleph Nal to continuum, meaning there's no set with a cardinality strictly between these two. The continuum hypothesis is not just about a specific set or its size, but about understanding how infinities work. It delves into the fundamental nature of infinity and its different magnitudes. The continuum hypothesis connects to many areas of mathematics, including logic, set theory, and even computer science. This demonstrates its broad impact and relevance across different fields. By exploring the continuum hypothesis, mathematicians delve into the limit of human knowledge and mathematical truth. It pushes the boundaries of what we can know and understand about the universe and its fundamental principles. Leopold Kronecker. He is a prominent German mathematician who lived from 1823 to 1891. Kronecker was known for being a tiny man who was increasingly self-conscious about his height as he aged. He was outspoken in his opinions and often critical of those mathematical work he disapproved of, particularly regarding the new theory of infinite sets. He was the son of wealthy businessmen and received private tutoring at home until he entered the local gymnasium. He was fortunate to have Ernst Kummer as his teacher at the gymnasium. Kummer was denied a university position despite having earned his PhD, taught for 10 years at the gymnasium. Kronecker's strong personality and his influence on the development of mathematics, particularly his opposition of the new theory of infinite sets. It also provides glimpse into his early life and education, emphasizing the role of his wealthy background and the influence of his teacher, which is Ernst Kummer. Kronecker made significant contribution to higher algebra, a branch of mathematics dealing with abstract algebraic structures. However, when it comes to the foundation of mathematics, he was more critical of his contemporaries' work than actively contributing. He was known for openly criticizing the efforts of other mathematicians. This reveals a constructing aspect of Kronecker's personality. While he was a respected contributor to higher algebra, he was also a vocal critic of the emerging theories in the foundations of mathematics. This highlights a significant debate in the history of mathematics, where different approaches and the fundamental nature of mathematics were being explored and challenged. Cantor's former professor became a source of contention of Cantor. He was seen as a personal devil by Cantor, likely due to the differing view of mathematics. Kronecker rejected the concept of infinite sets, considering them fictions. This stemmed from his belief in a more concrete, constructive approach to mathematics. Kronecker advocated the constructive mathematics, a branch that emphasizes building mathematical object and proof through concrete methods. It rejects the use of non-constructive methods where the existence of an object is assumed without a clear method to construct it. His famous quote is, "God created the natural number, and all the rest is the work of man," reflects his belief in the fundamental nature of natural number and his skepticism toward abstract concepts like infinite sets. So, this is the constructing fates of George Cantor and Leopold Kronecker. It highlights the impact of their opposing views on mathematics. It states that, despite initial resistance from his contemporaries, Cantor's work on set theory eventually gained recognition for the next generation of mathematicians, while some of his ideas were modified due to the discovery of paradoxes in the theory of the infinite. The core concept of set theories became fundamental to many branches of mathematics. On the other hand, Kronecker, despite his significant authority in the field, failed to gain support for his views. His mathematical nihilism, his rejection of abstract concepts like infinite sets, was ultimately overshadowed by the acceptance and development of Cantor's groundbreaking work. The dynamic nature of mathematical progress, where new ideas often face resistance before being embraced by the wider mathematical community. It also emphasizes the lasting impact of Cantor's work on set theories, which revolutionized the foundation of mathematics and continues to be cornerstone of modern mathematics. And this delves deeper into Kronecker's opposition to Cantor's work. Kronecker believed that existence statements in mathematics are meaningless unless they include the method to construct the object being asserted. This principle would have drastically altered the course of modern mathematics, as many proofs rely on abstract concepts without explicit constructions. Kronecker challenged the common practice of proof based solely on pure existence. He argued that such proof, while often of clients, don't provide a concrete understanding of the object involved. Despite his strong conviction, Kronecker's opposition to Cantor's work only managed to slow down its early development for 2 decades. His efforts were ultimately unsuccessful in stopping the whispered acceptance of set theory. The tension between different philosophical approaches to mathematics, Kronecker's insistence on constructivism challenged the prevailing methods of proof and led to a debate about the nature of mathematical knowledge and the validity of different approaches to mathematics reasoning. And that's all. Thank you.